Okay, in chapter 4, we talk about dating. Well, the first idiom to be remembered is to idealize someone. Well, if you idealize someone, you think of them as being perfect or much better than they really are. So, for example, two people in love tend to idealize each other and don't care about each other's shortcomings. Well, love is blind, isn't it? Okay, the second one is to accept each other's faults and imperfections. Well, here fault or imperfection means a weakness or kind of undesirable features. So to accept each other's faults or imperfections means that both parties are willing to recognize, accept, or tolerate each other's weaknesses. Of course, there those are just minor weaknesses, while major weaknesses probably lead to a breakup of a relationship. So for example, to build a healthy and long-term relationship, build and marry, recognize and accept each other's faults and imperfections. Okay, let's move on to arranged marriage. Well, arranged marriage refers to the situation where parents choose marriage partners for their children. Well, normally two people have only seen each other's photos, and then a matchmaker arranges a date between the two. So here, a matchmaker is a person who arranges relationships and marriages between others, well, either informally or formally. So, a matchmaker encourages people to form a romantic relationship or to get married. So, as you can see, arranged marriage is a type of marital union where the bride and groom are selected by a third party rather than by each other. Well, sentence like, although arranged marriage is an age-old tradition, it is still common in South Asia, Africa, the Middle East, Latin America, and South Asia. Okay, here a blind date. Well, a blind date refers to a date or an arrangement made for you to spend a romantic evening with a person you've never seen or met before. So blind dates are arranged by family or friends instead of by matchmakers. So you might say, now with the prevalence and popularity of online dating, blind dates have declined drastically. The fifth one is a casual dating. Well, casual means acting without sufficient care or thoughtfulness. So it also means not regular or permanent. So casual dating means going out as friends. No commitment or serious intention is implied. Well, since it is more like a casual meeting and does not involve commitment, so it's kind of like a way for people to get to know each other. So we may go out with a lady one night and have a date with another lady on the other day, and this is not considered dishonest. So for example, I had several casual dates with Mary, and I also dated with other girls. I've been attracted to Mary, so I've asked her out very often, and now we are going steady. Okay, the next one would be to be someone's type, to be attractive to someone, to ask someone out. Okay, to be someone's type means the sort of person one likes or finds attractive. So the person seems to have the personality and interests that one finds attractive. Well, you may say, she's not my type. She's self-centered and doesn't feel a sense of obligation towards our relationship. And to be attracted to someone means to have a liking or to have a liking for or interested in someone. What normally it means to have a sexual or romantic interest in someone. So you may say, Mary is so beautiful and considerate. I'm deeply attracted to her. And as for to ask someone out, it means to invite someone on a date, such as having a dinner, going to a movie, or sentence like, I have been deeply attracted to Mary for her beauty and consideration, so I finally plucked all my courage to ask her out last night. And let's move on to be compatible with someone. Well, if you say that you are compatible with someone, you mean that you have a good relationship with them because you have similar opinions and interests. Well, sentence like Bill and Mary are so well suited. They are compatible with each other, and I think they may develop a long-term relationship. Okay, to have a crush on someone. Well, to have a crush on someone means to be infatuated with someone, or put it in another way, to be attracted to someone. So, you are in love with someone means, well, you are in love with someone, but you do not have a relationship with them. So you may say, "Hey, look at the cutie over there. She's so adorable. I think I have a crush on her." Okay, to be head over heels in love with someone. Well, to be head over heels in love with someone. This one is quite interesting. Well, it means you are deeply in love with someone because the person turns your world upside down. So you're totally lost in love. So you may say, "She's totally a knockout. I'm head over heels in love with her. I'll do everything for her." And as for to live up to another's expectations, well, live up to means come up to or to reach. And expectation means the strong belief about the proper way someone should behave. So to live up to someone's expectations means to reach someone's anticipations. So, so you may say, for example, he tries his best to live up to his father's expectations. He doesn't want to let his father down. Love at first sight, huh? Love at first sight is the experience of starting to be in love with someone as soon as you see them for the first time. So you may say that it's all about first impression. First impression. Well, it seems superficial, but you've got to admit that it happens all the time, right? So for example, they fell in love as soon as they met. It was love at first sight. To make compromises. Well, a compromise is a situation where people accept something slightly different from what they really want because they are considering the wishes of other people. So it's like the acceptance of standards that are lower than is desirable. So therefore, if you make compromises with someone, you reach an agreement with them and you both give up something that you originally wanted. So you may say, well, my father is so strict that I just can't live up to his expectations. So I plucked up all my courage to talk to him. So I plucked up all my courage to talk to him. We talked for a long time and made compromises. But eventually we reached a consensus. The give and take. Well, the give and take is kind of like compromise. So if you say that something requires give and take, you mean that people must compromise or cooperate for it to be successful. So you may say, although there's a lot of give and take in our relationship, we peacefully made compromises with each other, so we still maintain a good relationship. To make a lifetime commitment to someone and to have an affair with someone. Well, if you make a commitment to do something, you promise that you will do it because of responsibilities that you have. So, to make a lifetime commitment to someone means to make a decision to spend a lifetime with a partner. So you may say, we made a lifetime commitment to each other for 4 years ago and got married. Well, on the other hand, if you have an affair with someone, you have a romantic sexual relationship outside of marriage, so it's an act of cheating, dishonesty, and betrayal. So sentence like, it is reported that the CEO has had has had an affair with the secretary for many years. His disloyalty really let everybody down. And here we talk about to pick up the tape. Well, a tape is the total cost of goods and or services that you have to pay, or the bill for those goods or services. So to pick up the tape means to pay the bill to treat someone. So you may say in general, it is more common for men to pick up the tape rather than letting women to pay the bill. To be too possessive. Well, possessive means showing a desire to own things and an unwillingness to share what one already owns. So someone who is too possessive about another person, who wants all that person's love and attention. So it's kind of scary, isn't it? Or for example, my girlfriend is so possessive and jealous. She calls me 100 times a day and stops me from talking to other girls. The stresses and strains of adjustment. What stress or strain refers to a state of worry or tension caused by a difficult situation, and adjustment means adaptation. So the stresses and strains of adjustment means the difficulties of adapting. So, for example, Bill and Mary have been married for 10 years and have gone through the stresses and strains of adjustment. With all the challenges overcome together, now they become even closer. To get engaged. Well, to get engaged means to promise to be married to each other in the future. So sentences like, "Hi guys, hey guys, I've got an announcement to make. Bill and I are engaged." Well, it means that they have agreed to marry each other in the near future. Okay, to take the plunge, to tie the knot. Well, these two idioms refer to the same thing. Well, if you say that two people take the plunge or tie the knot, you mean that they get married. So sentence like, Bill and Mary took the plunge, or they tied the knot 5 years ago. Well, meaning that they got married 5 years ago. The last one is to turn someone down. Well, to turn someone down means to refuse an invitation, a request, or offer. So for example, you may say, Bill asked Mary to marry him, but she turned him down, or she turned down his proposal. Well, it means that Mary refused Bill's request for getting married. So that's all about dating.